This means to be alone. Isolate by yourself, be on your own. You got the basics, now I can teach. Let's hit the chorus to the Dougie beat.
Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it.
Everybody learning, everybody learning, everybody learning now. Teach me how to solve it.
Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it.
Everybody learning, everybody learning, everybody learning now. Teach me how to solve it. Before you solve, there's something you should check. Cause if you don't, it's a mess like a wreck. You must first combine all your like terms, then you'll be straight like nappy hair with the perm. It may look hard, but wait, don't quit. Look at the problem and do the opposite. If I say skinny, then you would say fat. If it says add, then simply subtract. If it's subtract, then guess what, lad? All you do this time is add. Don't tell me you were lost like a nomad. Follow the remix from a notepad.
Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it.
Everybody learning, everybody learning, everybody learning now. Teach me how to solve it.
Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it. Teach me how to solve it.
Everybody learning, everybody learning, everybody learning now. Teach me how to solve it. If there's a number in front of your letter, I will help you. Let's do it together. This means multiply, so you must divide. I'll teach you how to solve it. Let's take it worldwide. If there's a number under a bar, treat it like a fraction. Don't solve it. Let's.
Hey, welcome back, 8th graders. I just want to talk to you a little bit about the new topic. It's on solving algebraic equations. I wanted to stop that video right there. This video is called Teach Me How to Solve It. But I do want to just stop and want you to notice a couple things, because we're going to talk about two foundational things when you're solving equations, when you're solving algebraic equations. And one, the guy said, do the opposite. I don't know if you caught that in that video, but he said, do the opposite. And he goes, if it says add, then you subtract, do the opposite. Okay? The other thing that he doesn't really clearly state, but he's showing is, whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. Notice here, this says 4 times x. So remember he said do the opposite? So what's the opposite of multiplying by 4? Dividing by 4. So that's what he's doing here. But he's showing that whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side to keep things balanced. And so those two things we're going to primarily discuss and focus on in this video tutorial. So please get out your notes and pencil, paper. Let's start rocking it and rolling. All right. So the topic today is called algebraic equations. Algebraic equations. So I guess the first question is, well, what is an equation? What is an equation? Well, when you think of the root word, equa, I mean, you probably should think equal. So an equation is just a number sense where both sides equal each other. So this side, 7 minus 4, equals this side, 2 plus 1. So here you can write this down. It's a little bit more technical, but it's just two sides that equal each other, an equation. And an algebraic equation, well, that's just an equation, but has what? Variables. Yeah, it has variables in them. That's right, you got this. An algebraic equation is an equation with at least one variable. So here's an algebraic equation. 3 times what number plus 2 plus what number, or that same number, gives you 34. So write that information down, please. The other thing I really want to discuss, or really want to focus on, when solving for algebraic equations, you got to always do two things, or remember to do two things. One is do unto one side as you would do unto the other side. Whatever you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other side of the equation. And that's just life's golden rule, right? I mean, you know that. Life's golden rule says, hey, do unto the others, do unto others as you would want done unto you. So it's kind of the same thing. So when you get a problem that looks like this, and I know you guys know x is 3. I know that. It's simple. It's a simple problem. But if you want to solve this algebraically, do the same or do the opposite and do it to both sides of the equation. So the opposite of adding 7 is to subtract 7. but you're going to do the both sides of this expression. I'm going to do it here, I'm going to do it here. So now I get x equals 3. And I know some of you guys right now are going, but why do I need to do that? I mean, I already knew the answer was 3, Mr. Carlisle. But trust me, the problems are going to get so much harder. They're going to get more difficult, more complicated. And you're going to have to remember those two basic rules. Do the opposite and do the same thing to both sides of the expression. So if you subtract 3 over here, subtract 3 over here. If you divide by 3 over here, divide by 3 over here. If you multiply by 3 over here, multiply by 3 over here. Does that make sense? So please write that information down. And then again, why do you do the opposite? Again, you're trying to keep things balanced. That's why I have the scale here. If you're adding 5 pounds to a scale here, well, you got to add 5 pounds to the scale here to keep things balanced. So, life's golden rule. So, algebra's other rule, which we already discussed, and that's what you heard in Teach Me How to Solve It, is always do the opposite computation of what it is asking. So here, this says 5 times what number is 35? Yes, the answer is 7. Yes, I know it. But what's the opposite of multiplying by 5? Dividing by 5. And you want to divide by 5 to both sides of the expression. When you take, and this is something we're going to go a little bit further into, but this is a number, or 5 times a number divided by 5. Well, if you take a number and you multiply by 5, and then you divide by 5, guess what you get? You know? If you take a number and you multiply by 5 and then divide by 5, what do you get? The number. You get the number, right? Let's just say the number 7. 7 times 5, 35. Divided by 5? 7. That's right. So a number multiplied by 5, then divide by 5 gives you the number, and then here you get 7. So 2 important things, I'll say it again, 2 important things to remember with algebra. Do the opposite of what it's asking, and do it to both sides of the expression. Do it to both sides of the expression. So here, what's the opposite of multiplying by 5? Divided by 5. And then do it to both sides. So here, what's the opposite of adding 19? Subtracting 19. But you're going to subtract 19 to both sides. So a plus 19 with a minus 19 gives you what? It gives you just whatever x is. It gives you the number. And the number is, what is that, 5? 5. Okay? Likewise, here this says, what number divided by 3 is 6? What number? Now, some of you guys might be thinking 2, but that's not true. No? What number divided by 3 is 6? Again, follow the 2 important rules. Do the opposite and do it to both sides of the expression. Okay? So what's the opposite divided by 3? Multiplying by 3. So you're going to multiply by 3 to both sides. A number divided by 3 times 3 gives you what? It gives you the number, and that gives you 18. 18 divided by 3 is 6. That makes sense. So, press pause and you solve these 4 problems. And remember, write them down. Do the opposite of what it's asking. And undo both sides of the expression. So if it says add or subtract 3.8, you should add 3.8. But you got to do it to both sides. You got to do it to both sides of the expression. I believe that's the end of the topic. I don't know if I need to go really any further. Yeah, we're going to discuss that part. Okay, but that's the end of the topic. Hopefully you guys really enjoy. Press pause. I'm going to go out with the Teach Me How to Dougie beat. And hope you guys had a good day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I won't show that.
Take it worldwide. If there's a number under a bar, treat it like a fraction, don't look bizarre. It's like division, so you multiply, cause they're opposites like high and by. I hate to inform you, but there are more rules. You must follow these if you wanna finish school. Listen to your teachers, listen to your mother. What you do on one side, you do to the other. When you add to the left, you better add to the right. You gotta be fair, it's only polite. You mean that's it? That's all I gotta do? Yep, I'll take it home like a curfew.
Teach me